We didn't start from zero, we started from -5. Neymar Sr.'s account of his son's poverty-stricken upbringing stands in stark contrast to the world's most expensive footballer's lavish Parisian lifestyle. Neymar is paid over £600,000 a week since £198 million moved to PSG last summer, but he grew up in near poverty. Neymar's childhood was a far cry from his Alist liftstyle. In Paris, the £198 million striker, raking in over £515 per week since last summer's blockbuster transfer, has turned the Parc des Princes into one of the globe's most exclusive celebrity hangouts. The likes of Rihanna, Tyga, Naomi Campbell, the Kardashians and the Beckhams have flocked to the French capital to catch a glimpse of Neymar in action. While Justin Bieber, Drake and Lewis Hamilton are just three high-profile names on a long list of Alist pals. But tales of all-night afterparties and divaish rows with teammates have made onlookers question whether Neymar is taking his eye off the ball. The ragstoriches journey from the Brazilian favelas to soccer superstardom has become a familiar tale in the modern global game. But all too often, talent goes unfulfilled as more and more zeros appear at the end of bank balances. During the war, as Eric Cantona shows off his Uncle Albert look. Here's how other Manchester United stars might look with the same. To the mind-boggling figures involved in his Paris Saint-Germain contract will bring Neymar money and fame on an unprecedented level. But a look beyond the spotlight shows why this shantytown samba sensation will never forget his roots. Rihanna has been seen waving a PSG flag while taking in the game in Paris. Naomi Campbell and Lenny Kravitz were in attendance for PSG's Champions League game with Bayern Munich, but Becks and the family, including son Brooklyn, have more recently been seen in Paris, watching David's former club in action. Growing up in Mogi das Cruzes, a rundown suburb of Sao Paulo, the future Brazil captain's life was a struggle. For the very beginning, times were so tough for parents Nadine and Neymar Sr. that they could not even afford an ultrasound scan prior to his birth. We didn't start from zero, we started from -5. Neymar Sr. and aged just 4 months, infant Neymar miraculously survived being thrown from a car in a horror smash that left his father with a broken hip. As a toddler, Neymar often had to survive without electricity and live only by candlelight in the young family's tiny home. Neymar's parents celebrate his first birthday in underprivileged Mogi das Cruzes. Neymar Sr. describes the area as a very low social quality neighborhood, adding, "We even used to live here when it was a dumping ground, where the entire city threw the garbage." Yet things soon got worse when injury problems after the crash forced him to give up his own lower league football career and with it, all of his income. The whole family, now with the addition of Rafaela, had no option but to move to Neymar's grandparents' tiny house where they shared one mattress. And while young Neymar developed his own ball skills on the streets and futsal court, his father worked 3 jobs as a laborer, a mechanic and a salesman, to keep a roof over everyone's heads. Neymar and family were forced to share a mattress as his grandparents. After Neymar's football career ended, Neymar Sr. had to work 3 jobs to keep a roof over families' heads. After car crash ended his football career, Neymar enjoys himself on night out in London with Demi Lovato and Layla Ranelli after playing England in friendly at Wembley earlier this year. Neymar Sr. recalled, "That wasn't that long ago, around 2000. We lived there until Neymar became a professional. We have always helped him pursue all his dreams since a very early age. As a child, he wanted to be everything: Superman, Power Rangers. That was hyperactive. He still is. And his father's devotion is something that Neymar has never forgotten, despite his growing worldwide popularity. Neymar has never forgotten the sacrifices his father made for him when growing up. Neymar Sr. controversially earned £35 million from his move to Barcelona, and Catalans paid him more than Lionel Messi over son's 4-year stay. Neymar poses with son Davi Luca, who he says is his inspiration. The relationship has been pivotal to every step in his career. It is no coincidence that he wears Neymar Jr. on the back of his shirts. And it was never more evident than in an Instagram post before sealing his PSG switch, when Neymar wrote, "You represent all my friends. Having you as a friend is one of the best things I have in my life." I love you, Dad. We have always helped him pursue all his dreams since a very early age. As a child, he wanted to be everything: Superman, Power Rangers. That was hyperactive. He still is. Neymar Sr. Neymar's unwavering affinity to his family doesn't stop there. He has the faces of his sister, Mum Nadine, and son Davi Luca tattooed on his body. He has even raised suspicion by missing games through suspension or illness on each of Rafaela's past 3 birthdays. Neymar revealed a tattoo of his mum's face on his bicep. The PSG star also has his sister, Rafaela, tattooed on his arm. His father's eyes are close to his elbow. His son, Davi Luca, is also in his arm. Neymar earned his Santos debut aged 17, after rejecting the advances of Real Madrid as 14-year-old to stay with his family. After snubbing Los Blancos, he and his father signed an agreement with the Brazilian side that they would negotiate any future transfer themselves. Neymar's 5-year contract with PSG will bank him £134 million. That works out at £26.8 million a year, £515,000 a week, £73,571 per day, £3,065 per hour, £51 every minute. And when he did finally make his move to Europe with Barcelona in 2013, the whole family's lived work changed forever. Acting as his son's agent, Neymar Sr. earned £35 million by brokering the transfer, a £9 million down payment up front, and £26 million more when the deal was finalized. Controversially, Santos received just £15 million for developing and nurturing the homegrown sensation. Neymar's prodigious talents shone through on the streets and in futsal. As a Neymar was snapped up by Santos at a young age and made his debut aged 17. Neymar shows caring side as he cuddles and chats to sick fan while on break from Brazil training. A now camp contract renewal, along with a £23 million loyalty payment before the PSG deal. Later, Barca had paid Neymar Sr. more than Lionel Messi during his son's spell at the club. But Neymar has consistently leapt to the defense of his father, despite accusations of greed and a high-profile court case, saying, in 2014, "I'm a fan of my father, and I will continue to be for having taken me to where I am today, and if he made millions over that, what's the problem? He worked. He didn't wait for anything to fall from the skies. Having you as a friend is one of the best things I have in my life. I love you, Dad." Neymar Jr. More recently he said, "My father has been by my side since I was little. He takes care of things, my finances and my family. He is the one who is in charge. He's the boss. There's always somebody nearby, keeping an eye on me more than watching me." Neymar turned down a move to Real Madrid ages 14 to stay with his family. Neymar says he owes his whole career to his family and his earnings have helped them escape poverty. Neymar's incredible transfer to League One sent shockwaves around world football last summer. One of Barca's vaunted MSN triumvirate gave up on competing as part of the greatest footballing side on the planet to take the easy route in a substandard league. The astronomical figures involved, with some estimates valuing the deal at over £500 million, saw the striker branded as a money grabber with no ambition by numerous critics. And they were half right. The move was all about the money. PSG star Neymar loses his cool. Storms out of press conference. Neymar quit Barcelona's fears MSN strike force with Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez to join PSG. Neymar won the Champions League with Barcelona and arguably took a step down to move to France, but the staggering figures in Neymar's contract mean his family will never worry about money again. But Neymar does have a driving ambition. It's just not a footballing one. Every career decision he has made has been geared towards improving the lives of his family, his son and thousands of us living in conditions he escaped in Brazil. His father will never have to work again, and underprivileged children in social projects he funds are given the platform to follow in his footsteps. Neymar's talent has helped him go from a shantytown, dreaming of being a Power Ranger, to a real-life superhero to millions of young Brazilians. And there is no way he will put that at risk in the plush nightclubs of Paris. Neymar in tears as Brazil superstar insists he is happy at PSG and denies riff with Edinson Cavani.